Okay, I'm going to show you some of the different healthy eating tools that have been provided by the USDA in the last 20 or so years. We're going to start with what most people know as the old food guide pyramid, which was actually adopted in the U.S. in 1992, but was not originally designed by the United States Department of Agriculture. This graphic representation of desirable food groups is shown here in the right-hand corner of the screen. It did not identify healthy and unhealthy options from each of the food groups and lacked some visual appeal that the new food guide pyramid that I'm going to show you next had. This is my pyramid. It was adopted in actually that should be 2006. Oops, sorry. And included a more colorful image of the food groups. It also, with the vertical separation of the pyramid, was intended to identify foods that are more or less healthy in each of the food groups. The more healthy foods would be at the wider base, and then the less healthy food groups would be at the top. It also included physical activity, represented here with the staircase. The newest of the representations was just adopted in 2011. It's used to identify what a healthy plate would look like if you were to see one sitting in front of you. It does not include more or less healthy options in the visual representation. It also does not include physical activity, but is what the USDA has decided to go with for now. I'm going to take you to the website in a minute and show you how to use the website. It is presented by the United States Department of Agriculture. We'll cover a tab for the basic food groups, the MyFoodApedia portion of the site, as well as how to set up a personalized eating plan specific to your needs. This is what the MyFoodApedia portion looks like. It's a food database that can be searched to locate nutrition information. You can also compare more than one food to see which is the most nutrient dense or has the highest number of calories. And then this is where you would look at the personalized eating plan. You put in your height, weight, age, and gender. Also, you can have an option to put in your level of physical activity, and then you would be able to get a caloric requirement and also figure out how much of each of the food group that you would need based on all of those specific to you. Now we will go to the website. So this is the ChooseMyPlate.gov website, sponsored by the USDA. The first tab we're going to look at is over here to the left side under the basics. We're going to click on food groups. It provides you a list of the food groups that are recognized, grains, vegetable, fruit, dairy, and protein. Each of those can be clicked on individually, and then below it gives you just a little bit of information to help you choose wisely from those food groups. If we click on the grains group, it will take you to a page specific to the grains group. It talks about details about the grains group, what the definition of some commonly used terms are, how to identify what foods are found in the grains group, and also there's an option to click on View Grains Food Gallery, and if you do that, it gives you a portion size that is recommended for that particular food. So the one that's given is brown rice. A half a cup would be a portion, or a bowl that was about 6 inches wide, or 1 ounce of whole brown rice. So we'll close that. We're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to look at MyFoodApedia. We want to click on Look Up a Food to the right side of the screen. It's going to take you to another page called MyFoodApedia. At this time, you can enter a food name that you want to search for. We'll put a Big Mac. If you click search, then you can click on what makes the most sense to you as far as the food. So we're going to click double cheeseburger, It will show you any add-ons that you want to add. Mayonnaise will increase the calories, obviously, and then show you what groups are represented by this food. You can see there are 4 that are represented, and then the total number of calories. You can also compare 2 foods. So if you click the compare 2 foods, you enter a second food. We'll put a chicken sandwich. If we click chicken sandwich with mayonnaise, it will show us, you can change the amount, but we'll leave it at 1, and it will show you that it has 265 calories versus a double cheeseburger that has 620 calories. So you can compare foods that way, and you can look up a wide variety of foods. The last thing I will show you on here is how to get a personalized plan. So you're going to click under I want to get a personalized plan. You do have to enter the specifics for yourself. We'll assume this is for a high school girl. So we'll put a 17-year-old female that has an average height and weight. And does less than 30 minutes of activity a day. So if we submit that, it will tell us how many of each of the food groups, how many ounces or cups are recommended, give you more suggestions for each of the food groups, and then also how to improve your physical activity. It also says that the plan is for an 1,800 calorie diet, so if you do want to count calories, that will tell you the amount of calories recommended for you. There are many other things provided on the website for educators, for professionals, for kids, the pregnant and breastfeeding population, but that's a good place to get started.